Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sabythesimmer, aka Sabythesimmer. I hope you're doing well this Tuesday. So I took a bit of a break. I didn't post anything last week and I didn't stream last week. I just needed a week to just be kind to myself and to chill. Yeah, I just needed some time for myself, so I did that. But I'm back, and we are back with a current household update. So I'm really glad I didn't start just playing away and then think, okay, I'll record afterwards. I'm really glad that I checked everything first, because I was like, why can I see that I forgot my sister's names. I think it's Emily, is it? Yeah, Emily. I was like, okay, I've literally just come into the game, and Anthony's busting to go toilet, so I've sent him to go toilet. And then I look at Emily and I'm like, why can I see her face here? What does that mean? Early demise. I'm really glad I came into the game right now and started recording before I missed all of this, because it is time for Emily to go, which is kind of sad. I gave Anthony a potion of youth, so that's why he's aged up. I think he aged up literally the day before or something. I can't remember. His birthday was pretty recent. What was I looking for? Symbology. Yeah, it was pretty recent. And I gave him a potion of youth as well, so he's living a bit longer. And I think also he has the active trait, so I think that also helps. So yeah, I'm glad I started recording. Apologies for the getting back into the swing of things. So if you are new here, hi, hello, how you doing? This is our founder sim, Anthony, and I've been doing this ABC Legacy on short lifespan, and just been playing it in my own time, and then I'll give you guys updates when I'm building new homes for the legacies. So when I filmed the first part of this series, I built this home, and I showed you the home. I also showed you Anthony and the fact that he got Emily pregnant, but they wasn't even living in the same house at the time. They just woohooed, tried for a baby, and then she came to the house and she looked like she had a bit of a bump, and I was right, she did have a bump and she was pregnant. So they had 2 children. And if I go here, I believe one of them has already moved out. I moved one of them out already. This is the firstborn. I believe her name is Brandy. I could be completely wrong. Yeah, Brandy. I've gone with B names because Anthony has an A name, and I did A aspirations. The aspiration that begins with A. Also with the traits as well, I kind of went with A as well. And for the next gen, I wanted Brandy to be the next gen. Oh gosh, I don't know, it's skipping everywhere. The next gen Brandy, who has been prepared, active as well. And I like the idea of, I might switch up a little bit, because I'm kind of just freeballing this a legacy challenge thing. I haven't looked up to see if anyone else has done this legacy, so there could be other rules and things like that. I don't know, but I'm just doing it how I want to do it. I'm tempted to give her a retrait, because actually I had to do it anyway, because when I came into game one time, she had aged up and I didn't realize, because I was playing another household in this save, just to bit of a story progression kind of thing. So she aged up with, I can't remember what trait, but it didn't go because I needed her to have all Bs. And then we couldn't find it. I don't have all the packs and stuff, so there might be another trait that was probably B that I just don't have. So I just went with cheerful. But I'm tempted to change cheerful to active, because I like the idea of each having a trait that the previous, their parent had, essentially. That could be a cool thing to add in. She's pretty active anyway. She has the bodybuilding aspiration. It's not really something I'm focused on too much. I did say I want to, in the first part, I did say I wanted to really get them to work through all the aspirations, but it's been hard to do the animal one. So the bodybuilder one is slightly easier because it's just a lot of fitness and things like that. A lot easier to kind of get through. But Brandy is a freelance writer at the moment. The storyline is for Brandy, she was a bookworm when she was a child, so I just imagine she would read a lot. She did read a lot. She picked up a book all the time autonomously. And she loved a good love story. So I need to get her to not practice her writing skill. I need to get her to actually write some love storybooks. Some romance books, that's it. Some romance novels, whatever. Because I need it to feed into the storyline of why she lives where she's going to live in the next house, because I've already built it. So what I'm going to do is give you guys an update, show you the speedball of the build, and then give you a live tour. And then that will be how I kind of update you guys on these current households. I don't know if I talk too fast, but I need her to write some love stories, because I'm assuming that, not assuming, but in my mind I have it that she's always writing these love novels, these romance novels, and she loves love. So I think I got her to be in a club so she can meet other people, with bookworms and things. I think so. And one of the members was Joanna. And I've been building up the relationship. They are now, I believe, girlfriend. They are now together. They are partners. Where is she? Why can't I see. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, she's training. Okay. They're both very active Sims, which I think is great. I love that for them. So they do go to the gym together. I found that kind of cute. She needs to sleep, but her mother-in-law said she's about to pass, so maybe she won't sleep. Her sister, I think Brianna was her name. So yes, her sister, Brianna, has just pretty much just aged up to a young adult. And because we are in a short lifespan and speeding things up a lot, so she is already married to Oscar Patel. And do they have children? What was so weird, she was pregnant when I moved her into the house that I moved them into. And then when I went into the household to play around with it, because I was like, oh, let's see the baby, there was no baby. I was really confused about that. I was like, how did my game delete a pregnancy? Like, how did that happen? And obviously I'm on consoles, so there's no mods, so I was really confused by how that happened or what happened. Because she was very much pregnant. She took the test, she was positive, it said, eating for 2, she told Oscar, she had the bump. I was really confused as to what happened, but that happened. But we have Brianna. She's married to Oscar. Oh, he's a substitute teacher, cute. And Brianna is a self-care specialist. That's what she wants to do. So I've moved her into the base game house that I did a while ago. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And she has the guest area as where she works. So we've got a massage table and then the massage chair thingy in here as well. So she kind of works from home. That's her vibe. She's into yoga and meditation. They have a daughter called Chana Patel, which I did have to make in Create a Sim because they had no child, and I was like, you were meant to have a child because she was pregnant when I left you. So I just made them a toddler real quick. And we need to move on with Brandy's story because she's about to be an adult in 6 days. Yeah, 6 days. So we do need to get things going on. I do believe Joanna is younger because I feel like she aged up to a young adult quite late after us. I can't remember. Yeah, 8 days. Okay, 2 days after us, I guess. But yeah, Joanna is going to be the one who is going to be carrying the babies that we have. I think Brandy will just have one. They have room for just one, to be honest. If they had 2, they could share the room, which I guess could be cute, but I guess it could be a bit squishy. But there is space in the house for them to kind of renovate and move things around, I guess, to make space for a second bedroom and things like that. But I'm really happy with the house that I built for Brandy and Joanna to move into. And I really was like, where are they going to live? What's the vibe? What style of house should I do? And I like the idea of Brianna really loving these British romantic dramas and things like that. She's really into the British drama side of things, or just a British romance and things like that. So I'm moving her to Barchester. I could have moved her to Hampton on Bagley or Windenburg, or what is the word called? Bridlington Bay. I could have moved her to any of those worlds, but I didn't. I decided to move her to Barchester because I feel like it's a bit more of a town or a bit of a city. So not even really a city, but I just felt like it might be a bit more of her vibe. So that I moved them there into a British style home, and I really like the way I kind of decorated. I've given them their own workout room because they're both into fitness. It just made sense. And they got a little office so Brandy can continue writing her romance novels. So yeah, we do need to get her to write some of those, but I don't think she's going to be in the mood because her mum is about to pass very, very soon. So yeah, and I'm not sure if I just move them out now or because I'm just not sure how long Anthony has, and obviously I want to get on with this generation and I don't want to leave Anthony here by himself. So part of me is maybe I might move him in with Brandy and Joanna for now, and then when he passes, at least they have his urn and they can put it at the gravestone and things like that. So today's episode, I'm basically just prepping them to move. So all these photos I want to take, I haven't positioned them very well, but I thought some of those are really cute. This is Anthony with Brianna, and they've had several pets. Short lifespan is not easy when you have a bunch of pets, because I wanted him to have a bunch of pets so that he could complete his aspiration, but we are 1, 2, I think 4 pets in. Our dog just died, to be honest, pretty recently, and I think the urn we need to bring to the little graveyard that we have going on there. But we have a bunch of photos and I want to keep them. So there's Brandy and Brianna right there. Adorable. It's sad that we're going to have to say goodbye to Emily, but on a short lifespan, we got to move things fast. They have a new cat. I believe the cat's name is Cajun. Is that Chili? What was their name randomized? Oh yeah, Cajun. Okay. So that we have a new cat there. I want them to adopt a dog. I feel like it makes sense for their lifestyle. If they're going to be active, I just imagine that they would have a dog so they can go on walks. But yeah, let's I guess press play. It's happening. It is happening. And it's kind of sad that she passed away with a green fog as well. I should have probably got her to shower before bed. But my bad. My bad, Emily. Let's see if we can get some extra time on her for her, essentially. No, please, do not do it. Why is it cancel the interaction? Just plead for her. Hello? Are you not going to do it? Oh, okay. Oh, he said no, I guess. Emily is truly gone. I'm just gonna grab all the photos and like the birth certificates and things. I think I'm gonna get them to sell this house. I might just put in a temporary bed, like a single bed for the dad. Can't put this on the inventory? Okay, some of the beds you can, which I think kind of strange, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is the end of this house. We're gonna get rid of this house, move the Sims over to Brandy's new home, to say bye to Oasis Springs.
So let's get into this speed build. I can't remember if I used a reference image or not. I feel like I struggled with this build because I'm quite used to building on a 20 by 15 lot, but this is shaped differently because it's more like long. And no, because normally I build on the ones that are kind of like narrow and long, right? But this one's kind of wide and narrow, if that makes sense. So I did struggle at first. I was tempted to flip it around, but then I hated the fact that if I took the picture for the screenshot that they take for the gallery, it was going to be the side profile. So I just moved it all around. So that's why it kind of skipped from me doing the bottom floor to the top floor. The floor plan came together kind of well, to be honest. I did kind of change the shapes here and there, but I feel like I do that anyway. Once I start adding windows, doors, and figuring out floor plan and things like that, I do move the house around a bit because it just makes more sense to do that. And I think once you've got a floor plan in mind, you can think about how many tiles you'll need for certain positions of things and all that kind of stuff. But I do love me a bay window. So I've got a bay window in there. The living room actually turns out to be quite a big space. I didn't actually expect it to be. I thought this house would be really small, but the rooms are actually really decently sized. I think the office is kind of tiny and squishy, but you can switch it around and have the office as in the area where the gym is, and then potentially not have the gym stuff and have the upstairs small room as like an extra bathroom or a small room, whatever. Really, you can do what you want with that. Maybe a little art studio, who knows. But yeah, I didn't struggle too much with the floor plan. I think once I have the stairs in, it normally helps me figure out floor plan. Sometimes I hate how the stairs will like cut off sections in the floor plan and things like that, so I just move things around. I do remember moving everything back a little bit to give me a bit more of a walkway for the upper level, and I think also to help with the downstairs as well. But yeah, don't be afraid to shuffle things around, move the lot around and all that kind of stuff. I think I've mentioned that before. I don't know if I have, but I think I'm going to go with a shape like this for when I kind of go into doing a video about how I figure out floor plans, how I build and things like that. I think I'm going to go for a shape like this because it's very simple and there's not too much struggle in it. I say that, but watch me struggle when I go to do it. But yeah, I ended up having the 2 bedrooms upstairs. So you've got the main bedroom and then you've got the child's bedroom. Not really happy with the way the nursery turned out, but I get into that when we go into like the live tour after this. But it does what it needs to do. I think when you're working on short lifespan and you don't really know who the child's going to be, or essentially I have an idea of who the child's going to be because I know the traits that they're going to have already. They're going to have all the C traits, so which is there's quite a lot of C traits actually now that I'm thinking about it, so I don't know which ones I'm going to pick. I might randomize and see if it actually comes up. If it does, great. If it doesn't, then you know we'll just pick one. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that, and then I'm gonna go with one of the traits from the parent, either bookworm or bro. I'm not sure yet because I feel like the mom hasn't really, not the mom, but like because I haven't got a child yet, but Brandy hasn't really like embraced the bro trait just yet. I don't know if her going to gym really is like her being a bro, but yeah, I guess maybe we'll do the bro trait just so that I can explore that a bit more. And we've had 2 girls, so I'm interested to see what the next generation could be, like if it'll be a boy or a girl. I'll be very interested to see that. But yeah, I also feel like I didn't really speak about Joanna a lot in the previous clips and also during the tour bit because I just toured the house. So Joanna Brandy met because of the like club hangout that I got them to do, and so they met as teens. They would hang out and things like that. I'm pretty sure I have a screenshot of like them going to the pool and people dying as they're at the pool. I don't know if that was the same household. I think it was. It was crazy, but yes, they met at like teens, I believe they met at, and then they've just been friends from there. And then when I went into game, I thought, let me just blossom their relationship a bit more, because in my mind I had it that Brandy maybe thought that she was just straight. She didn't really think much about her sexuality, and she was interested in this guy, but he just really wasn't interested, and she kind of thought it was more her than him, but he just seemed like a bit of an idiot, to be honest. Even though it's just the Sims and you don't get that much personality out of them, but anytime she tried to kind of talk to him, he just wasn't really interested, wasn't really having it, and I was a bit like, yeah, he's giving me the vibe that he's just not really interested, which is fair. You don't have to be interested in everyone that you talk to, but I think she kind of took it to heart and was like, okay, there's something wrong with me, as opposed to like, he's just not interested. And then she met Joanna, and they were obviously just friends, they were just hanging out and whatever, and I think they kind of explored their friendship a little bit more and developed a good little friendship. I guess in short lifespan it's hard to do that, but in my mind that's how I kind of played it out from my head. Like, they didn't kind of rush into a relationship or anything like that. They were friends first, and then it kind of turned into something else. So I guess Brandy's just embracing the fact that she's like, oh, okay, I do like women, and that's cool. So yeah, and it's not necessarily that there was a problem with her, but just that she, you know, discovered her sexuality, which is cool. But that was a storyline I had in mind, and because I have it in mind that Brandy just loves love as well, it kind of made sense for her to just kind of see it as a her problem as opposed to like a general like, oh, this is just not the person I'm attracted to. So I kind of like the idea of her just finding her person and then, you know, living that happy little life. But I can imagine that they just want to focus on them, they just want to enjoy themselves, they just want to do them, so they'll have a child in their adulthood, which I don't know if I've tried on a short lifespan before, so I'm not sure how long things will last for them. But on short lifespan, the toddlers don't stay toddlers for that long. I think it's like 3-4 days, which is great, and then the children don't stay that age for that long, so I'm assuming by the age of the teen probably that they will probably pass, which is, you know, pretty soon. But I'm not afraid to use a potion of youth. I'm really not afraid to use a potion of youth on a legacy challenge like this, which could defeat the object. If you're playing on a short lifespan and you add a potion of youth, probably turns it a bit into a normal lifespan. But I tend to kind of do it anyway once they reach adulthood, so like it just makes the adulthood a bit longer, so that they can see through, you know, any of the goals and aspirations that they want to have and things like that. Do want to work on Joanna's gardening skill and gardening career as well, and then have Brandy write some more books. Well, write some books. She hasn't written any books yet. She's just been practicing her writing. I don't know if there's a skill level you need to be at in order to be able to write a romance novel, but I'm gonna have to double check that and see if what the case is for that one. But yeah, the garden took forever to figure out, and it's gonna be a bit jumpy because I ended up doing the garden one way, and then once I realized, I went back in to play the household, and then that's when I got Joanna and Brandy to kind of form their relationship, and then I moved them in and was like, okay, Joanna is into gardening, she's going to be in the gardening career, and then it kind of trailed from there. I was like, okay, cool, now the garden has a bit of a purpose, because originally it was just kind of like a chill sport. Brandy can go out there and read, but now I'm a bit like, okay, cool, we can have Joanna come and plant some things in the garden, which is great. I could have her do some flower arranging. I don't know if that will be her thing. I could try it and see how I feel about it, but originally I just put some flower pots in there, some like lemons and I think trees I grew in the garden. I'm trying to grow because I have it in mind. I don't know what it is, my obsession with the cannon, but I really just enjoy the cannon. I don't understand why, but I just do. So probably gonna get Joanna to do some cannon. Maybe she can sell them in the stall or something, and that could be pretty cool to do in Rochester. But yeah, that's pretty much the storyline behind those two. And then Brandy's sister Brianna is moved out already. She's living her married life. She's got her child. I've put on the neighborhood story thingy so that they can just have children as they please, because I don't want to have to keep going into household to change anything. I'll put them in their careers, and they've got enough money. They've got enough money to like look after themselves, so I don't have to worry about anything on that side. But yeah, I don't really need to get my Sims, like I need to get them to come together, so I might just do like a family like dinner party kind of thing, so I can get all the Sims together, so that Brandy can meet her niece, all that kind of stuff, because I think it would be fun to do. And I also need to go to the little grave that I've kind of built. I kind of copied one from the gallery and then like changed it around, so I didn't really build it myself because I don't know how to build a graveyard. I've never done one before, so that was, yeah, that was interesting to have to figure out. But then yeah, I did that, and then I can put the ends and all that kind of stuff there from the pets and all that kind of stuff. So they do currently have the cat occasion, which is essentially the family pet, and kind of get all the pets for the family, but Anthony is the one who's like got the animal friends of the animals, or whatever the aspiration is called, so it kind of made sense for me to get him to have a bunch of pets. So they've had 4 pets so far, which is the most pets I've ever had, to be honest. And not all at once. I've had 1 cat and 1 dog at a time, because I just can't with too many pets in the game. I don't play with pets that much in the game, or if I do, I normally have like 1 or 2 pets and that's it. But my sister, on the other hand, when she played her Sim self, she's got like 5 pets. Like, her household is full because it's just her and all the pets. I thought it was hilarious that she was passing out all the time because she's neglecting her needs in order to feed the pets and like look after. It was hilarious to watch because I was just like, what is happening here? It is so fun to watch someone play The Sims when they don't play it as often as you do. I just find it so much more fun. And yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, sometimes I watch streams of people who are like, oh, first time playing Sims. It's just so much fun to watch because things that you totally kind of forget about learning about for the first time, someone is discovering for the first time. It's just so interesting. I love it. Don't ask me why, but I love it. Moved on really quickly. The bathroom has been done, and I've just put the washer and dryer in there, just squeezed it in the corner. I've kind of gone with a bit more colours in this house. I tend to just go with very neutral tones. I mean, it is still pretty neutral. The only rooms I think have the most kind of colour are like the bathrooms, if I'm honest. But yeah, I think everywhere else is pretty neutral, pretty minimal in the terms of the style and everything. But this is the little gym area. I literally just got Snowy Escape at the time I was building this, so there's a bunch of stuff from Snowy Escape that I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? So I had to use that shelf because it is a stunning shelf. Like, it's bloody stunning. So I had to use it, of course, and I've just put some towels and stuff around because, you know, it's a gym space. You're going to need towels. It's going to get hot and sweaty up in there. So, you know, I did in a little, what do you call it, like a non-slip kind of rug. I never use that unless it's like a gym space. That is literally the only time I use it, but it's really handy when you do create a gym space because it's pretty much like what you would expect, to be honest. And I had to use a Snowy Escape oven because it just looks so sleek, so cool. And then I've gone with the not Snowy Escape, the Cottage Living fridge because it's a stunning fridge, little Smeg fridge. And I went with a blue because I don't normally go with a colour, and I just was like, you know what, this isn't a boring household, so they would definitely have colour where they would want it. And I did tweet the other day saying that Parenthood is my least favourite pack, or like the pack that I regret getting. And as much as I use the counters and I might use some of the other bits and bobs, like, it's like if I didn't have it, I don't know if I'd actually miss it, like, if I'm honest. So I'd be interested to know, let me know in the comments, if you have a pack that you regret getting, let me know what it is in the comments. I'd be really interested to know because, yeah, I think Parenthood's my only pack that I regret getting. And I always thought I would never regret a pack because I'm quite decisive about the packs that I get because most of the time I'm a builder, so I buy the pack based on the build and buy. And then if the gameplay kind of comes afterwards, they're like, oh, okay, let me explore the gameplay when I'm ready to do so, and it makes it a lot more fun that way. And I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before. So, yeah, I was pretty just like, I don't know, whenever Parenthood, like, the pop-ups come up, I'm just a bit like, okay, it's just too frequent. It doesn't really help with my storyline, I guess, because it's just really generic, I guess. And knowing that everyone gets the same pop-ups, it's a bit like, it just takes the fun out of it. But I guess with a game like this, there's only so many options they can really give us. Like, how can you really personalize those options and things like that? I guess if it was more personalized to like the Sims traits, maybe that would help. Maybe that could be a possibility. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a bit too generic and like, I don't know. I've set a curfew before and it kind of just didn't really do much. The responsibility went down a bit, but that doesn't really do much for the story, like the Sims itself. So yeah. And I think if the next pack, if they're able to refresh a pack, Parenthood would be an interesting one to refresh, but at the same time, it's not my top list of like packs to refresh. I think Dine Out, Get to Work are my top packs to get refreshed, to be honest. So yeah. But back to the build, because we're in the living room now. The kitchen was finished pretty quickly. Sometimes if I don't know what I want to go with for the living room, I start with the kitchen because it's really easy to put a kitchen together, whereas the living room has a bit more personality, I think. Sometimes the kitchen can have a lot of personality in it, but for me, I just find it's a lot easier if I do a simple kitchen and then I kind of add little knickknacks here and there to make it feel a bit more personal, and then move on to the living room, which tends to have the most personality because it's like the family area, the common area where everyone kind of is. So yeah, I've gone with those eco lifestyle sofas because the eco lifestyle pack is one of my favorites in terms of builder buy, one of my favorites for sure. And then I've just cut up a little side table, adding a lamp, adding a bit of an industrial feel with a little accent table. Because they are going to adopt a dog eventually, I put like dog treats right next to the entryway, just because I think it'll be a cool idea. Like, they're going to go for a walk, let me get a treat, pick up some treats before I head out the door kind of thing. But the living room, pretty much, I don't know, we didn't come together as quickly as I could have, as it has before. Like, I've probably built living rooms quicker than this, but I don't think it took that long. And I wasn't sure if I was going to size down those like clustered rugs or not. And then I went in to do the hallway and just add a mirror and some shoes and stuff, and then realized that the door was in the way and everything, so that's why I've shifted the bathroom around to like kind of like long ways against the wall, because it just works better for where I wanted to place the door and the mirror and the shoes that at the front. I didn't show that clip because I was like, you know, when I do the tour you see that, so I cut it out. And I think I also cut out the upstairs bathroom. I can't remember if I showed you because I do a tour anyway, so I can't remember if I actually show you that clip or not. But this is the main bedroom, and it came together pretty well. I picked out the cats and dogs bed and then themed everything around that. So it's a very like dark wood, yeah, very nice dark woods and green tones. I really love that. I don't know how I skipped from doing that to now. Oh no, I'm fixing windows. For some reason I thought I was now adding the flower plants on the flower plants. The plants that go on the window, I forgot what they're called. Window boxes, I think they're called. But yeah, I thought for some reason I was adding them, but I was just moving them because I was moving the windows for enough. Because sometimes I'd be like that when I'm building, like I'll just jump from place to place because I'm like, oh, I remember this, and I'm pretty sure there's a point where I remember that I added clutter to a counter in the kitchen and I go downstairs to fix it. I'm like mid doing another room. I can't remember what room it is, but that happens. But I just cut up this little side table next to the chair because Brandy's a bookworm. I just like having these little areas where she can sit and read. I don't know if they can even use the bookcase if I've like shuffled it back like that, because I've noticed I didn't actually realize my Sims didn't pick up a book from like the book stands if you kind of alt place them. I didn't actually realize that until I was like playing through it one time and I was like, hello, why aren't you getting the book? But they was like, oh no, I can't get it, which is annoying because I don't want it sitting like really awkwardly in the middle of a table. That doesn't work for me. So it was a shame that it didn't just sit where I wanted it to sit and work, but it's cool, it's cool. I have had a fire in this house already because of the office. And this is the second incense stick fire I've had in my game recently. I didn't think too much about it. Like, obviously in real life, an incense stick can catch on fire and you can have a fire. But for in The Sims, I just didn't think about it. So I had an incense stick on the dining table, no, on the coffee table in one of my households. And it was lit and it was lovely, it was great. And then 2-2's it's like, oh, your sim has discovered a fire. I'm like, where? What could catch on fire? The coffee table caught on fire because of the incense stick. So then when I was playing with this household and I had her light the incense stick in the office and they was like, oh, it discovered a fire. And I was like, I can't see anything, I can't hear anything. And then I got upstairs and then at the desk, the laptop, everything that was on the desk was caught on fire. And she couldn't get to the fire, which was really annoying. So I had to just like call the fire brigade or whatever it was, the fire department. And they put the fire out. And everything was fine, which was weird. I don't know if that was a glitch because nothing was burnt. So I was a bit confused by that one. Considering the fire went on for quite a while because she couldn't get to it. It was, yeah, it was a mess. So just be warned, okay? You like the incense stick, it could cause a fire because there's a laptop there as well, which is pretty realistic, but they're quite far away, so I don't understand that, you know? But hey, it's The Sims, it happens. So the office is pretty much coming together. I think my favourite rooms are the office, the living room, and potentially the main bedroom. I think those are my favourite rooms. They just the kind of vibes that I would like, I would want to have. Yeah, I'm holding out on packs I'm getting because I do really want to switch to PC, and hopefully if this week goes well, then hopefully I could get that sooner rather than later for myself. That'd be a nice treat. My birthday is in 2 months time, so that'd be a nice little birthday treat for myself. But we are coming to the end because I think what I do is this toddler room and then I add like a rug to the front door because again I think I cut out the bathroom. I think so. So yeah, you guys are gonna get like the in real time tour I forgot I wasn't recording, so I did it in the day to get better lighting, and then I realized I wasn't recording, so I had to do it again, and by then it was nighttime, so that was great. But I hope you enjoyed the live tour. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, do give it a like. I'm pretty sure I do a full intro outro sort of situation, but if I don't, take care. See you guys soon. Enjoy the live tour.
Is the roof up? No, it isn't. Okay. There we go. This is the build that you would have just seen me do a sweep build for. And yeah, this is the garden. So Joanna, Brandy's girlfriend, is in the gardening career. So she is doing some gardening around the house. And we're in the garden. So this is the garden. We've got bees, obviously. We've got some, what do you call them, like vertical planters, the bins there. We've got a little porch over here. This obviously looks so much better in the daytime, but I was a fool and wasn't recording. So this is a really nice view, but it isn't very private because if you're walking past, you can see right into the kitchen and into the living room. So it's not very private, but it is what it is. So since we're here, we'll go to the kitchen first. I literally had to use the new tables and chairs that we got in the SDX drop. I think they're really cute, really fancy, but not like super, super fancy. They are pricey, but they're not that fancy. But yeah, we have got tall walls going on, so this is quite high. I might have to move that further down. It is a bit too high for my liking. We've got some aprons there. We've got a cat bowl, or a pet bowl generally. Why are you standing up watching the TV? You know what, anyway. And I really went with like a blue theme in the kitchen, and I kind of followed that through into the living room because I believe I did the kitchen first and then I did the living room. So yeah, the living room is my favorite room, and also the office, to be honest. Those are my favorite rooms. Oh, and I do really like the gym as well, the home gym that they got. But this is the kitchen area. I imagine that they got a lot of stuff from like an antique shop, like maybe this plant pot, or they got things from like a thrift store and things like that. There's a mix of styles. We've got some industrial, we've got some more contemporary styles there. We've got the chair here. So we've got some magazines behind there. We've got this unit piece thingy. I just thought that they would have loads of stuff in the house, and they wasn't sure where to put everything yet. So it kind of works. The photos look really randomly placed because they are randomly placed. I haven't gone into build mode yet and moved them around, but I literally just did this, realized I wasn't recording, and then started the tour. So here we are. And I really like this little corner here with the little side table, the dog treats. They are going to get a dog eventually. And then this is the hallway. Very simple. We've got stairs up there. That is a little gym. That is a gym room. That is a bathroom and the laundry space. We've got some shoes. Got a little rug. The what do you call this? University door. One of my favorite doors. I did put a letterbox thingy on the side, which I actually thought this came with Strangerville, not Snowy Escape. So that was pretty interesting to find out. But yeah, we go into the bathroom. We've got the laundry area there. We've got our sink. We've got a toilet. No one's pranked it. Good. And then probably one of my favorite rooms, the little home gym that they have. They are both very active sims, so it just made sense for them to have a home gym. So we got our treadmill there, the spa day update one, and then I put the mirrors. I just raised them up a few times, so there's kind of a bit more centered into the wall and into the room, which I really like. The hanging plants as well, I love. We've got this mat, kind of like a non-slip kind of mat if they wanted to do some like floor workouts and things like that. Got a punching bag. This was not meant to be floating. I thought I moved everything so it wasn't, but I guess it is still floating, which is absolutely great because on console you can't really get these angles to see these things. So that's annoying that it's actually floating, but feel free to move it down yourself or get rid of it. I'm probably going to leave it. I'm probably going to leave it. And in this area we just have the incense sticks and a plant there and the speaker on this picture, which I actually use in the bathroom. For some reason I thought the one I use in the bathroom is different to this one. They're exactly the same, just different frames. So I did that. And then we go upstairs. This is the landing. We've got a little chair there. Maybe Cajun can sit there. Cajun is the cat. But this little chest of drawers thingy. Not chest of drawers. This little unit. You can have like covers and, I was going to say pillows. Covers and like maybe toiletries and random stuff in here. And then we've got the laundry basket, we've got the decorations box. I don't know if there's any holidays coming up, but yeah. There's these, I don't know where they came from, but we have them in our inventory, so I just put them there. We have the nursery, which is currently housing Anthony, Brandy's dad, until he passes, which is a weird thing to think about, but that's where he's staying until, you know, they have a child. This is not my favorite nursery I've ever done, or like children's room. I've just thrown things in, I think, because I'm just a bit like, you know. Especially because I'm a short lifespan as well. I'm a bit like, they're going to be a child before I know it, so it doesn't really matter what the room looks like. But this is the main bedroom. This is where Brandy and Joanna are sleeping, which they are fast asleep right now. They're not very happy because Joanna just lost her sibling and Brandy just lost her mum, so it is all happening in here. But I went with a very green, dark wood theme in here, which I really, really love. We've got a mirror there. Got the basket there of cushions and quilts in case it gets a bit nippy. Beautiful view from the bedroom. Ignore the crying background. And then we got the walk-in wardrobe, a mirror. We've got a seating area because Brandy is a bookworm. I'd imagine she'd like sit there and read. Cajun, are you being good in here? I guess. And then if we go across the hallway, we have the office. So Brandy is, you know, going to be writing a bunch of romance novels. So this is her office. Maybe these are some of the characters she uses in her books. And because they grew up in Oasis Springs, I thought this would be cute to have. I didn't actually realize it had this animation, which is pretty cool. And we've got an incense stick so that we can put in a romantic mood so that she can write these romance novels. We've got a plant there, the pretty curtains. And we swing over here, we've got a little notice board, we've got a poster up here, maybe this is one of our favourite books or something. And we've got a teddy, I just put a few things in there, the plant. We've got the dog in there because, like I said, they are going to adopt a dog eventually. I think they're just going to have their one child when they're an adult. I think they're going to just focus on like their career and stuff like that for now. And this is the bathroom. I really love the colours of the tiles in here, and I kind of just went for a bit of like a style that was mixed. This is a double sink. And then we've got laundry basket down here. This is the painting that we use in the gym, which when I was in the bathroom, thought I've used a different painting. I didn't check that, but now I know. But this is our home, and I'm really proud of the way it turned out. I'm happy with the interior. The garden took a while to get together, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. Again, this is up in the gallery if you want it. And I'll be back to update you guys on the new gen. But yes, if you enjoyed this build, if you like this build, it is up in the gallery. My gallery ID is Sabythesimmer. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. I'd really, really appreciate it. And I will also see you on Thursday for another video. Probably a speed build or a gameplay episode. I'm not sure yet. But I'll see you on Thursday for a new video. Take care. Bye.